There was no healthy model for chasing who. There was a healthy model for chasing what. What house, what car, what amount of money. I got really good at sharing just enough about myself, asking the right questions to get others to lower their armor down so I could drive a Mack truck through and focus on their problems and still not on my own. And I was unconscious of this. I didn't know this. But I chased the what. What house, what car, what amount of money. By age 27, I had everything I had ever defined I thought I wanted for my life. House, car, money, business at the time was about 10 million and growing. I thought I had it all. And then I realized it cost me who I was. And so that was the moment at 27 or 28 when I started to realize that I was dealing with shame. I was dealing with anger, not fully understanding the anger piece quite for a while, and doing committed work from that point forward to heal and repair. The third really critical moment, though, was one with my daughter when I was about 32. She was about 2. We'd been playing on the couch, and she puts her arm around my neck, kisses me on the cheek, and says, "Dada, I love you." And I just started crying. Tears were so conditioned out of me that I'm still learning to re-access tears. So like why I say that is because for me to be crying in a moment that was filled with joy was so foreign to me. But it also made me pause long enough to realize that everything else I'd felt up until that point was pale in comparison. And it allowed me to start to slow down and realize that human connection without emotion isn't really human connection. You know, my wife would say something as simple as this: "Hey, honey, what are you doing to the kids this weekend?" But my shame and my anger filter would cause me to hear it this way: "Hey, honey, you've not done enough to be a good husband and father here recently, so what are you gonna do to make up for it this weekend?" To which point I'd react, I'd expand my chest, I'd feel my heart race, I'd feel the wave of heat and emotion, I'd rattle off the 10 things I've done in the last few days to show her I'm a good husband and father. That wasn't even what she asked, right? And so that's when I started to realize all of the unconscious and unintentional patterns that were created by cellular memory getting activated, that I had to slow down long enough and stop suppressing everything so instinctually, because that was the only way I was ever going to understand it and escape it. That process is actually what really helped bring clarity to the frameworks that we've developed and now teach through the Waste to Wealth methodology. It's also not a coincidence we have the best relationship, the most intimacy, the most success that we've ever had in this business structure. She's never had an interest in being involved in my businesses ever in 20 years as an entrepreneur until she felt emotional safety at the home. We've reversed generational patterns in our home. My kids don't even remember having an angry dad. I also now believe all of what's possible, because alongside all of this and these critical moments, I also dealt with daily physical pain for nearly 31 years. I'm 18 months with zero physical pain for the first time in my entire life that I can remember. And it's a byproduct of creating the most amount of healing and the most amount of congruence I've ever had in my life. And so I now am even more motivated to show people what's possible because of these unconscious conditionings that create the trash from our past, which are tied to emotional triggers, behavioral patterns, and environmental conditioning. Many of times people have no knowledge of, but yet they continue to feel like life is fleeting.